Hey everyone, I'm Matt Kars with Rainbow, and today we have Jeff Hafner with us again. Jeff works in our municipal division at Rainbow, specializing in helping cities manage their urban forests for Emerald Ash Borer. Thanks for joining me again, Jeff.
Always great to be with you, Matt.
So you and I have discussed ash tree protection being a great option for tree owners in both the short and the long term. Can you help me understand the logic behind that?
Sure. The annual benefit a large tree provides is always more than the annual cost of ash tree protection. So, as a tool for keeping mature canopy or as a tool to transition from one tree to the next, ash tree protection makes a lot of sense.
So does that same logic apply for someone that is managing more than one ash tree or hundreds of ash trees or even more?
Yes. Since EAB is fatal to all unprotected ash tree owners need a plan for those trees to be protected or removed. An overall strategy to manage a large population of ash trees does become more complex to implement, but the actions of that larger strategy are still going to be either removing trees that never receive protection, protecting some trees for the short term and then removing them, or protecting trees for the long term and then only removing them after they die from some other cause or after a newly planted tree has become large enough to be a true replacement. I think the biggest concern of anyone managing a large population of ash trees is the EAB death curve.
Death curve, huh? That sounds a bit ominous. I heard this term mentioned before. So what does that mean exactly?
Well, EAB is an invasive pest with no effective North American predators, so it can multiply at a very fast rate. When EAB is first introduced into an area, the insect population is low, and the few trees that are infested can tolerate some low level of damage without being visibly affected. But after 3 to 4 years, those insect populations really begin to explode. And that results in both the number of trees infested and the rate at which they die. So, in those years of heavy insect population, communities will begin to see really high rates of tree death. And that's what's referred to as the EAB death curve.
Okay. So since the threat of tree death is real for any ash tree owner and protection is the only way to control the fate of your ash trees, how do professional arborists help tree owners make the right decision for them?
Well, healthy trees that are worthy protection are trees like something that's very mature and delivers the maximum amount of benefit, or trees that grow in very prominent locations, or even where tree removal would be difficult and or expensive. Ash trees not worthy of protection might be trees in conflicts with wires or buildings, trees with structural problems, trees growing in the wrong location, any tree in declining health, or trees that are small and easily replaced.
Okay, so I have a pretty solid grasp now on all the benefits a tree provides, and no matter the time frame, protection on any scale is beneficial economically. But what if someone decides to just not treat the tree, wait for it to die, and then have it removed?
We don't recommend that any ash tree owner does that. When EAB kills a tree, it causes so much damage to the wood that the tree becomes very brittle and unpredictable. So, an ash tree killed by EAB is a very real safety hazard. Many tree removal companies, in an effort to protect their employees, will not attempt to remove a heavily infested ash tree through a traditional kind of rope and saddle method. Instead, those companies will opt to use large equipment to remove the tree, which makes the process more expensive, especially if the tree is in a difficult location. We strongly recommend that early removal of ash trees that are not worthy of protection.
That makes sense. Thanks again for taking the time to talk with me, Jeff. I honestly had no idea all the factors that go into tree management. I, for one, am glad I only have to worry about my one tree in my yard, let alone hundreds of a whole community. And thank you to everyone who took the time to watch this. Don't forget, if you found this valuable, please like, comment, and share. And don't forget to check out our new video next week where Jeff and I will go into how EAB actually kills a tree and what you should be on the lookout for. Thanks.